Good morning, and welcome to the second in a series of webinars designed to better inform you about how to return to school and about the help available to you through your Tennessee Reconnect Navigators. I am Dwight Fox. I'm the Regional Director for the Mid-Region for Navigate Reconnect, and our team is going to be working with you today to help you through this process. What is a Tennessee Reconnect Navigator? Here's a photo of the navigators in our area that are going to be working with you. You're going to have Lindsay Thomas, Don Brim Leonard, Emily Hill, and Teresa Daniels. Our Reconnect Navigator is a trained professional that will assist you one-on-one to navigate the process of returning to school and help you to find resources to help break barriers. Here's the contact information for our Middle Region team. There's mine, Dwight Fox, the director, Emily Hill, Teresa Daniels, Don Brim Leonard, and Lindsay Thomas. Today's presentation is going to be broken into two parts. Part one is I'm applying to an associate's degree program, and part two is I am applying to Tennessee College of Applied Technology, or a TCAT. This morning, to kick us off, Lindsay Thomas is going to be talking about I'm applying for an associate degree. Lindsay?
Thank you, Dwight. Hello, everyone. In the next couple slides, you will learn about enrolling into an associate's degree program. First and foremost, if you have not already connected with a Reconnect Navigator, you should do so at your earliest convenience. A Reconnect Navigator will assist you one-on-one throughout the enrollment process and through to degree completion. Your Reconnect Navigator will assist you in locating the resources you need to succeed academically. If you follow the form stack link and complete a short intake form, which takes a little bit close to 10 minutes to complete, you will be contacted by a Reconnect Navigator within 48 hours, and they will assist you one-on-one in returning and remaining in school. The link can also be found on the homepage of the Reconnect Tennessee website. Your transcripts must be official, which means they must be requested from all schools you've previously attended and sent to the college where you are planning to enroll. Your high school or high school equivalency may be required for first-time students. Any prior learning higher education transcripts for returning students will be required by the admissions office as well. The FAFSA, or the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, among other things, determines your Tennessee residency, and it determines whether you qualify for any other federal financial aid. You may be required to submit verification. Now we will hear from Reconnect Navigator Teresa Daniels. Teresa?
Thank you, Benzie. The Tennessee Reconnect Grant is available for eligible adults who want to pursue an associate degree at a Tennessee community college or a technical degree or diploma at a Tennessee College of Applied Technology. The Reconnect Grant can also be used at an eligible public or private university when pursuing an associate degree. However, it's not a last dollar grant at a university and will not cover 100% of tuition. The Reconnect Grant will pay tuition at state rates as compared to Tennessee State Community College tuition cost. The Reconnect Grant is applied toward the cost of tuition after all other available state and federal financial aid has been allocated. To be eligible for the Tennessee Reconnect Grant, you must complete the Reconnect Grant application. The TennesseeReconnect.gov website provides a link that will direct you to the TSAC student portal where you can complete the Reconnect Grant application. If you have any difficulty locating the link to the TSAC student portal, your Reconnect Navigator will be able to assist you by emailing this link directly to you. The first step at the TSAC student portal is to create a login. Once you have created a login, select Apply for Scholarships and then choose Tennessee Reconnect. For the upcoming academic year, you will be completing the 2020-21 Reconnect Grant application. Your personalized Reconnect Success Plan will populate in PDF format when your application is submitted. When you communicate with your navigator to provide updates or obtain assistance, you are participating in your Reconnect Success Plan. If you have any future questions about the Reconnect grant application or your success plan, your Reconnect navigator will be able to assist you. If you're having any difficulty, your Reconnect navigator will be able to send you a helpful video that walks you through the steps of creating a login and submitting your Reconnect grant application. If you're having difficulty with your login, you can contact the TSAC helpline at 1-800-342-1663. Keep in mind, the Reconnect grant application, just like the FAFSA, must be submitted each academic year. The 2020-21 Reconnect grant application covers fall 2020, spring 2021, and summer 2021. The following criteria must be met to be eligible for the Tennessee Reconnect grant. You must have been a Tennessee resident for at least 1 year. You must complete the FAFSA and be classified as an independent student. You cannot have previously earned an associate or bachelor degree. This is not applicable if enrolling at a TCAT. You must be a U.S. citizen or an eligible non-citizen. You must comply with selective service requirements if applicable. You cannot be in default on a student loan program. You cannot owe an outstanding balance to an institution from previous enrollment. You must be admitted to an eligible institution and enrolled in at least 6 credit hours in courses leading to a certificate or an associate degree. And if attending a TCAT, you must be enrolled full-time and in pursuit of a certificate or diploma. To maintain Reconnect grant eligibility, you must enroll in at least 6 credit hours each fall and spring semester. You must complete a renewal FAFSA each academic year. You must submit a Reconnect grant application each academic year. And you must maintain a 2.0 GPA. Next slide, please. College acceptance letter. You can expect to receive your college acceptance letter by email or postal mail. This letter will contain important information such as your student ID, number, and instructions on how to access your student email and student account. Next slide, please. Your student email and student account is the place where most communication between you and the school will take place. The school will notify you of items that will be needed to process your admissions packet. General admission requirements include ACT or SAT scores, the AccuPlacer if deemed necessary, proof of immunization or a signed immunization waiver, proof of citizenship, selective service information, an official copy of high school or GED transcript, and official transcripts from all colleges previously attended. Keep in mind that your college admission application is not complete until the admissions office has received all required documentation. I'm now going to introduce you to Emily Hill, another one of our Middle Tennessee navigators. Emily?
Thanks, Teresa. Your next step is to schedule an advising appointment. Once you're accepted by your school, you will be assigned an academic advisor who will work with you in choosing and scheduling classes. Attempt to schedule an appointment with your advisor as soon as possible. You may meet with your advisor in person or over the phone, depending on your school. You may even meet with your advisor virtually. Discuss your goals with your advisor so you can work together to come up with a plan. You do not want to take any classes that you may not need for your major or a class that may not transfer to a university if you decide to continue your education. Next slide. Next, register for classes. After meeting with your academic advisor, you will be ready to register for classes. You'll be notified by your school through your email account when registration opens. You can also check the school's academic calendar. Once you have met with your advisor and registration is open, register as early as possible in order to get the best classes for your schedule. To maintain eligibility with the Tennessee Reconnect grant, one must enroll in at least 6 credit hours each spring and fall semester. Summer classes are optional. If you decide to enroll, In the summer, 6 credit hours are still required. You have the option to enroll in on-campus classes, online classes, or a combination of both. Keep in mind that some classes have fees that are not covered by the Tennessee Reconnect grant. Next slide. Attend orientation. Most schools will require you to attend an orientation. This will give you an overview of the school and explain procedures and expectations. At this time, orientations may be virtual due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Check with your school regarding orientation. If you are able to attend on-campus orientation, take advantage of the opportunity to become familiar with the campus and find your classrooms to avoid any confusion the first day of class. Be sure to prepare any questions you may have prior to your orientation. Student ID. You will need to obtain a student ID and a parking pass if you'll be parking on campus. You should have been assigned a student ID at the time you were admitted. Obtain this ID before the first day of class if possible. You will also need a parking pass if you plan to attend on-campus classes. Parking passes are required, and parking tickets can be very expensive. They can also keep you from obtaining financial aid, being able to register, or receive your transcripts if you leave parking tickets unpaid. Next slide, please. Purchasing books and supplies. Next, you will need to purchase, rent, or borrow your books. The Tennessee Reconnect grant does not cover the cost of textbooks and/or supplies. Work with your navigator to find other sources of aid to help with the cost if it is a barrier for you. You may also want to email your instructor to see what is required for your course. Next slide, please. Then you are ready to attend your first day of class. Arrive early. You do not know how difficult it may be to find a parking spot or how far you may have to walk. You do not want to be late or show up frazzled on your first day of class. If you are attending an online class, check your technology prior to your first day to make sure it is working properly.
Lindsay, Teresa, and Emily, thank you for that. At this time, we'll take questions about anyone or anything about returning to school for an associate's degree. Are there any questions? Okay, we will move on. Dawn Brim Leonard will be presenting. I am applying to a Tennessee College of Applied Technology. Dawn?
Thank you, Dwight. If you're interested in attending a TCAT, your first step will be to choose what TCAT location and program you want to enroll in. There are TCAT locations across the state in different communities. You can find a list of TCAT locations with links to their websites at tnreconnect.gov. Each TCAT location's website will list the individual programs offered there. After you decide which program you would like to attend and which campus you would like to attend, your next step will be to complete the FAFSA. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but you will have to also complete the FAFSA if you attend a TCAT. You do not have to complete a separate Tennessee Reconnect application when attending a TCAT. A financial aid representative at the school will complete the application for you. This is different than at a community college. After you complete the FAFSA, it is sent directly to the school you plan to attend for them to process your aid. All financial aid, including for Reconnect, is processed through the financial aid office at the school. You can always reach out to them for questions regarding your specific financial aid. Next slide. Although it isn't required, you may want to take a campus tour. You can schedule this through the TCAT website. This can help you feel confident about navigating the campus and ease anxiety when starting classes. You can meet those who work on campus and find out where your classes will be held and which offices that you will need to visit frequently. Next slide. Another step you need to take after deciding on a program is to complete a school application. Applications are available on your TCAT's website. For example, if you're planning to attend the Nashville TCAT, You will go to their website and fill out the school application there. When you do this, you will create a login and password for your school portal. Make sure to save this information so you can log back in to finish your application or to check the status of it. Next slide. Once you have completed your application, the school will let you know if you have been accepted. If a program is full, you will be placed on a waiting list and notified when there is an opening. Next slide. You may log back into your TCAT portal where you completed your application to check the status of your admission at any time. During the enrollment process, you will be required to turn in transcripts and other information, so it's important to log back in and track what you have turned in and what you have not. You may also contact the TCAT's admission office if you have questions about your status, but the first place to check is your school portal. Next slide. We mentioned this earlier as well, but you will complete your FAFSA, but a TCAT financial aid representative will complete the Tennessee Reconnect application for you. And you will follow up with the school's financial aid office about what aid you do qualify for. Next slide. In advance of having you enroll in a TCAT program, you will need to take the WorkKeys Curriculum Placement Test. This is a test to see how you are with reading, math, and graphic literacy. Your school will schedule a time for this test. A lot of reconnectors can experience test anxiety, but this is just a test to see what kind of supports you will need once enrolled in a program. Next slide. Reconnect grants only pay for tuition, so books, supplies, and extra fees are not covered. The school will let you know what those costs will be based on the program you're in. These can be purchased through the school bookstore. If books are a barrier for you to go to school, connect with your Reconnect navigator on ideas for resources to help pay for these costs. Next slide. Once a spot opens up in your program, the school will notify you of a program start date. It's important to pay attention to any communication from the school so you don't miss this information. If the school doesn't hear back from you, they will likely skip over you and go to the next person in the list. So it's very important to check your school email and portal. Next slide. And as general reminders to help you be prepared as you start school, just remember to be positive, be punctual, and be prepared. Getting things done early to avoid stress and stay ahead of deadlines will only help you be more successful when you start school. And I'll hand it back to Dwight for more questions.
Thank you, Dawn. Is there anyone that has questions for us at this time? And if there are no more questions, here's some contact information for you. We have 4 regions for Reconnect Tennessee in the state. Northeast region, Terry Condiff is the director, and there's her contact information. In the Eastern region, Tina Bishop is the director with her contact information. The Mid region is my contact information. And in the West region, Tony Reeves is the director there. You certainly feel free to contact Tony. These are the regions in the state. As you can see, we have the West, the Middle, East, and the Northeast. Today, our team is from the Middle region, which is the dark blue. But it doesn't matter where you are in the state. There's a Reconnect navigator that's there to help you through the process. You can see the counties that are covered by each region under there. Click on that and we'll help you get back to school. We wish you well and thank you for being with us today. Okay,